It's Wednesday, January 27, 2016. Welcome, y'all.
You all are too kind.
You guys are very nice today.
Yeah. So, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Yeah?
Yeah. Warming up outside. Snow's melting.
Oh, yeah, it is.
All those bags that people have been picking up their dog stuff in and then just still dropping the bag around.
I'm telling you, I took pictures yesterday. I won't discuss you with them, but I've been documenting as the snow turns to snert, which is snow and dirt, which has now turned to snit, which is snow and use your imagination.
Yeah.
People think that if their dog goes outside and it snowed, you don't have to pick it up. You can just leave it there with everything else.
But I actually saw some bags that they actually picked it up, but then they just dropped the bags. And I was like,
don't bother. Don't bother.
What's the point?
Yeah, don't bother.
What's the point? Hey.
But there's also a new phenomenon. The trash trucks can't pick up the trash because of the snow piles. So now we have snert, snit, and snash. It is crazy out there. It is absolute bedlam.
But I just saw one of, they've been pushing a lot of, I don't know what they're doing. I guess they're pushing the snow from the curb, some into the street, so maybe the cars will run.
They're redistributing
the snow. But somebody pushed a big, ball of snow. It's got to be at least 4 feet tall, right in the middle of the street, so nobody could get by. And I saw this one guy who's a pedestrian just walking. He gets over there and tries to, no, good for you. You're going to be there for hours, but good try. Yeah.
It's crazy.
But at least it's heating up.
Yeah.
Heating up. It's getting better out there.
Yeah.
So what else is happening on your end? A good night last night?
Oh, yeah, great night. I can't, for the life of me, so Mark is out of town,
Yep.
And when Mark's out of town, we have an issue every night because Lola and Joaquin like to take turns sleeping in my bed. And so here's the issue we had last night. The first night was Joaquin's night. But Lola decided to sleep on, we have a little tiny sofa at the foot of the bed. So Lola decided to sleep on the sofa at the foot of the bed. Then 2 nights ago was Lola's turn. Joaquin was like, I don't want to sleep at the foot of the bed because it's not comfortable. Okay. Last night, Lola comes home first and says, can I sleep in your room? And I was like, oh, sure, because I wasn't thinking. Okay, it happens. I don't think a lot of the time. How do you think I get through this every day? Not thinking.
But she meant the bed and not the...
So then Joaquin's like, it's my turn to sleep in your room, right? And they both, basically at bedtime come bounding in. And now it is a showdown at the OK Corral. And then Mark calls. He's like, how's your night? And he is listening. I put him on speakerphone. I'm like, this is how my night is. Screaming, a pillow fight. I'm like, you two sleep in the bed. I'll sleep in Lola's room. I couldn't.
Well, how did it work out?
So Lola got furious. She was so mad. She goes, fine. If Joaquin's gonna sleep in there, I go, you slept next to me last night. Joaquin's gonna sleep next to me. You can sleep at the foot of the bed. I'm not gonna do that. I came to you first. You said yes. You're going back on your word. So you're going back on your word. So you can feel good sleeping on that tonight.
She knows how to play that guilt card already.
So this morning, I come downstairs. She is waiting. She is waiting for me. And I go, good morning, Lola. She goes, Lola, good morning. Morning. How did you sleep? I said, you can sleep in Mommy's bed tonight. She goes, no, I really can't, can I? Because Daddy's coming home. I was like, oh, that's right. Thank God, Daddy's That was my night. That was my... You asked.
All right, I got it.
It's not exciting. It's not exciting, but he asked. Wasn't going to bore you with the details.
But you know what? I got to say, if John Krasinski and Emily Blunt are watching our show, you may have just scared them because they are expecting their second child.
Oh, my gosh, that's
yes, so congratulations to them. They're expecting their second child.
That is great.
And in February of 2014, they had a daughter named Hazel. And this will be number 2, and then they'll have another kid to fight over the bed with.
Oh my gosh, it's so great.
And I loved his movie, 13 Hours.
Yes.
I took my son to see it when he was here a week or so ago.
Yeah.
Great movie. Had a really good time. But congratulations to
that
those
is
two.
great.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Now listen, yesterday I showed you the picture of the sloth that I am obsessed with. The runaway sloth that tried to cross the road but then got scared and was just like, I'm a sloth, this is what I do.
Hugging the center rail.
So this is one of these great where an animal adopts another animal story. You know, when sometimes you'll see like a kitten suckling on a pig and you're like, what the heck, right? This is a monkey who adopted a puppy. What? That's that puppy has a monkey on its back. Isn't that sweet?
Where is this?
In India.
In India?
Yeah. So the puppy was abandoned and the monkey adopted the baby puppy.
Wow.
At least I think that's what's going on here.
I hope that's what's going on. I really do.
I hope that's what's happening. I hope they're best friends. I hope.
Are you going to provide for that puppy?
I don't know.
But that's cute. I mean, you do see some mixtures of animals and go, wow, you would never know.
Right.
But I guess it just goes to show. Like, sometimes you see an animal that would usually feast on the other.
Right.
And all of a sudden, they're best friends, and it's like family.
Didn't they remember the gorilla they gave a kitten to? Remember I can't remember how many years ago it was, but if you think back, there was a gorilla that they were studying and teaching sign language, and they gave the gorilla a kitten, and the gorilla, like, cared for the kitten like it was its baby.
Well, I've seen some of those things where people, like kids, have fallen into cages, get to the door where the trainers come in until they can take the kid out. I mean, it really is amazing. But then every once in a while, you'll see somebody goes, "Let me go pet that lion," and then something happens to them. You know, where you kind of ask for that.
I'm telling you, I went to the Bronx Zoo, and the moms are so these gorilla mothers with their babies. They're just extraordinary. And then you see like the silverback male, and I remember looking at Mark, looking at the silverback, looking at Mark. They're just staring at each other, and I'm like, my God, they could be brothers, right? and then my kids were like, they're like, I want to go, can we go? And like pulling on me, and I'm looking at a female gorilla, and she's looking at me, and we're both like, you know what I mean? Like just.
The burden of a mother. The burden of a mother.
It's amazing.
Oh boy! But you know what? What we talked about Hamilton also, and how the snowstorm crushed everybody's dream of seeing Hamilton on a particular day, and they didn't get the chance to see the matinee or the afternoon show. Well, good news for Hamilton is that it is going on the road in 2017.
That's great.
So if you don't get a chance to watch it here in New York, you can catch it in San Francisco and L.A., and also in L.A. in 2017. So that's good news for all the Hamilton fans, and I know people around the country have heard about it. And they're also opening... And on September 27th of this year, they're going to open in Chicago. So there you go. Hamilton's coming.
And if you can't get to any of those places, you should really download or pick up the Hamilton soundtrack, because it is extraordinary. And I think that soundtrack has done more helping my kids learn history than anything.
So he's rapping history.
Yeah.
Like, I'm supposed to go see it very soon, and I can't wait to come back with the report.
Oh, you have to see it.
And everybody says they love the soundtrack. But when I think of, like, music, I always picture music. I picture me in my car listening to music.
Yes, you will, yes.
And I remember the Pope was going to read his speeches, and I'm, like, bumping that Pope. And so I'm trying to figure if I'm going to be bumping that Hamilton at the stop sign. I will be?
Yes, yeah.
Very catchy.
Oh, yes. We listen.
Yeah, that's the Hamilton, man.
I'm not kidding. So we listen to the Hamilton soundtrack nightly in our house.
Really?
Yes, it's that good. And I bumped into Chris Rock in Central Park, and we both had our headphones on, and we're both like, we literally are like walking through the park, and we see each other, and I take out my headphones, and he takes out his headphones. What are you listening to? I'm listening to Beyonce. What are you listening to? He goes, Hamilton. What else? because he's seen Hamilton like 4 times, and he just loves the soundtrack.
Well,
so
I
much.
have to do
I'm telling you, it's phenomenal. You'll love it.
But
You'll love it.
I'm supposed to see it. Fingers crossed that it happens.
Yeah, you'll
be an investigative reporter about Hamilton.
Okay.
Let everybody know what I think. Yeah.
You'll love it. Here, a lot of our producers and people that work behind the scenes here yesterday didn't show up for work. I won't name names, but some of their names rhyme with Cindy McDonald.
She was just late.
She was late.
She was late.
I'm not saying she came in. She was
panicked.
late. She missed the show, but whatever. Anyway, here's why. Hey, a baby was born on the FDR. Yeah. Yeah.
So she was telling the truth.
She was telling the truth. She was like, I'm sorry I'm late, a baby was born. And I was like, yeah, whatever. But a baby was born, yeah. A little baby boy was born in rush hour traffic on the FDR in Midtown. Oh, I'm sure that baby heard can you imagine? You come out of your nice, quiet, warm womb, and you're in rush hour Midtown East Side traffic. The things that baby heard.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. If that baby could scream for help. And anyway, here he is. Baby Nicola, I think is the baby's name. I'm looking. Nicola. Yep. Baby boy.
But healthy
Nicola
baby
Wall.
boy.
Yeah, healthy. Beautiful. Now here's what I really like. The woman's husband was behind the wheel on the phone with 911 getting instructions on what to do because the baby's head was already crowning by the time he called 911. And guess what? One push, the baby came out. One push.
Wow.
They call the baby One Push Wong. It's incredible.
They do not call that baby One Push Wong.
That's what I'm calling it. I'm calling the baby One Push Wong. Okay,
I'm like, oh my goodness.
I want them to call him One Push. Yeah, it's a good nickname, right? It's a good nickname. I like it.
Wow.
Anyway, so we are so happy for them, and you can tie up any traffic you want.
I mean, we always. One thing about New York, we get birth. People get birth here in the crosswalk.
Yeah.
Like, can you get to the side? You know, in the elevators, in the lobby of the buildings, and then in traffic. Like, always some like crazy birth going on here.
Yeah. Hashtag crazy birth.
Yeah. One push wrong. Hashtag. And you know, Abe Vigoda.
Oh my God.
Remember Abe Vigoda?
Yes.
From Barney Miller and also from The Godfather. Oh, he's passed away at the age of 94 years old.
Wow.
But he had an incredible career, and he was actually, I talked about this earlier, one of the first, really a term, because somebody published an obituary about him in 1982.
Oh yeah, he was dead once before.
Yeah.
When I heard this, guess what? When I heard this, I was like, oh please. I didn't believe it at all because I was like, it's Abe Vigoda. They're doing another.
Yeah.
They're playing another trick.
So it's like 33, 34 years ago, somebody said he was dead, and that was a big running joke with all the comedians that Abe Vigoda's dead.
Right.
And finally, this time he actually is at 94, but he was such a good sport and so funny about it. He went on David Letterman, and he was like, I'm still alive.
Yeah.
And but what an incredible career in Barney Miller and also in The Godfather. And he will be missed.
I was just watching The Godfather the other night. It was just on.
I watched it. Yeah, I saw it too.
Tom, can you get me off the hook? Tell Mike it was nothing personal.
Yes.
Right? So good. Oh, love The Godfather.
But he was an incredible actor, incredible character actor, and rest in peace there, Abe Vigoda.
Oh.
Yeah.
We got a great show today. Chris Pine is here.
We may have to make security stand by some of y'all before he walks out here. And also the beautiful Lily James is here. Yes.
And a performance by Sean Hook. So Sean Hook is also here going to perform for us.
Our dancer's ready. Are you nervous? Because I saw her, she was like, just breathe through it. Breathe through it, baby. You'll be all right.
How can you be nervous? Come on.
Just a little, just a little.
You auditioned for this. The hard part is over.
Yes.
True, but I love the show.
Oh, well, we love you. Thanks for being here.
And now you're a serious part of it because everybody's going to see you dance, girl. Let's kick it off with our Snow Wild Travel Trivia.
No, you did good. You were great. You were perfect.
You finished your dance and you looked at us like, how was that?
Was that okay?
It was great.
Hey, that's Suzanne Mary all the way from Cincinnati.
It is very, very hard to come out and dance in front of a room full of strangers. I'll tell you that. But you
It's not that
You
hard.
did a great job.
By yourself.
You did a great job.
We do it every day. What are you talking about?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Now, let's say hello to Andrea Spencer from Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville.
Louisville.
Well, you know, the gap in my teeth is hard to get it out like that. Louisville.
His tongue got stuck in there.
Yes. So how you doing, Andrea?
I'm doing great.
What do you do for a living out there in Louisville?
I'm a cosmetologist.
You're a cosmetologist.
Oh, my
I love your hair, Kelly.
Oh, thank you. My naturally curly hair.
Yeah.
Andrea.
Yeah,
tell me, what's the hottest thing in cosmetology right now? What should I be doing?
your hair is amazing, but, you know, the beach waves are very in right now.
Okay.
The big curls.
Longer?
I'm sorry, what?
Like, should it be longer?
I like your hair shorter. I really do.
Thank you.
Well, Andrea, you know, I was thinking about beach curls myself.
Well, I saw Kate Hudson's advice yesterday. It's good advice.
Well, yeah, she's on top of it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Something we're going to do, we're going to spin the wheel. We're going to see what you're playing for. Hopefully you can win a great prize somewhere. That'll be good. Never can please them.
This is a great prize. The club in Barbados, 7 days and 6 nights in an oceanfront room. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, listen to this. The best part is it's all inclusive.
All right.
Everything, huh, Kelvin? It includes all.
Yeah.
Well, I will make sure I fill in on that.
Yeah, make sure you do. Now, listen, this trip is provided in part by Hotels.com. It's a prize valued at $8,300. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Good luck.
All right, Andrea, you ready?
Yes, ready.
Here we go. On yesterday's show, what country did we say celebrated their National Day yesterday? What country did we say celebrated their National Day yesterday?
Oh, gosh. Canada?
No. Oh, mate, I can't believe you didn't say Australia. That was the answer.
Remember? I was here and I didn't remember that.
Really?
I know. But listen, you're still going to get a great prize. You and a lucky member of our studio audience will each receive 8 place settings of American-made fine china from Lenox, valued at more than $500.
Nice.
Please pick a number between 1 and 223.
Well, my anniversary was January 17th, so I'm going to pick 117.
117.
Right there. Andrea, congratulations. Thank you for playing. Congratulations, young lady. Everybody stay right there. When we come back, we're going to have to get extra security for this guy. Chris Pine will be here.
Still ahead on live, a performance by Sean Hook. From Downton Abbey, Lily James. And coming up next, Chris...
Good to see you. Great. Glad to see
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for
You
having
look
me.
fantastic. Now, we've had some people here from Downton Abbey talking about the series finale. How do you feel about it?
I feel really sad.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, we feel happy too. We feel so proud of the show. And, you know, you have to say goodbye someday.
Yeah.
And but what was the last day of shooting like for you? Was that tough?
Yeah, we were all there, the whole cast was there, and I finished before a lot of other people, and the producer did a little speech and gave some flowers, and I got really choked up.
Yeah. Did you keep anything, like any article of clothing? Because you had such great costumes.
I know. I actually didn't. I've heard that the other girls did, and Hugh Bonneville did, and I feel like I've really missed out. I'm kind of annoyed now.
It's not too late. You can always go back.
Yeah.
Now, are there any particular cast members you think you're going to stay in touch with?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, me and Michelle and Laura are really, really close. I love her. Joanne Froggatt was Mrs. Bates was at my premiere the other day, and we're all really, really tight.
Oh, that's great. It's like a family when you work on a TV show like that.
It really is, yeah. And it sometimes sounds really corny, and I feel like I say it all the time, but it's true. It really was. We were like a family.
And now you did War and Peace. And I'm just curious, did you read all 1,400 pages?
I did.
You did?
I did.
No kidding.
Well, I hadn't even ever considered reading that book, I have to be honest. And then it's a page turner.
Yeah.
It really is. The stories.
It's a 1,400
page turner.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, you know, yeah.
Next year, I hear you're going to do War and Peace and Zombies.
I think this is exactly what, they forgot about it.
It's going to be a mashup.
Yeah.
But you shot it in Russia, so that must have been exciting. But when you're in Russia, I guess you have to bond some way with the cast. How did you guys bond?
Vodka. No, I mean, it was so cold, you drank it to keep...
It's good there, too, right?
Yeah.
Somehow it tastes better there,
it does.
they say.
It's really pure, and it doesn't, like, burn your throat. And you have it with caviar, which is...
Oh, my God. It's
I
like,
never wanted to really go to Russia.
those are the two main food groups.
Yeah, that's...
Well, you know, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we want to talk to you about how you got into fighting shape for your new movie, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Do you still refuse to oblige me?
I That was a scene from Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Yes.
In case you were curious. So explain to me, this is Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
And
Zombies. Yeah, it's exactly what it says. I mean, it's the full story, so you get the amazing romance, the Liz and Darcy, and it's just set in this zombie apocalyptic world.
Because of the Black Plague.
Because of the Black Plague and the undead coming back, and the dead coming back as the undead, and it sounds insane, and it sort of is, but it somehow works, and it's really fun.
I have a question. Will you ever be able to play a character that's not wearing a corset?
I am. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
You are?
Soon. Yeah,
oh, that's good. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're going to love craft service.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
But I'm looking at that, and it looks like a very physical role. Like, you are doing a lot of fighting. What did you have to do to get in shape? What kind of training did you have to do?
I did loads. Because I'd come from Downton, where all I do is drink tea and eat biscuits, I had to get really, really fit. And I did crazy stuff, like my trainer had me pushing his car around a car park and doing really intense stuff.
And did people know it was you? People looked at, she really found a weird way to steal that car. You see your picture?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it was a smart car. It wasn't like a huge...
Right, good. Oh, good. What else did you have to do?
I did martial arts and boxing, and then all the Bennett sisters, because it's all the girls that are the fighters. We're the ones saving the men and saving the day, and we all trained together. It was total chaos.
Oh my gosh, I wanted to be on that set.
Yeah,
that sounds
I wish
like
you
fun.
were.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Well, I'll tell you what, the movie is Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. It opens Friday, February the 5th. Make sure you go see Lily James, everybody.
Coming up next, Chris Pine is here.
to see you.
How you doing,
Good to see you. Hey, everybody.
Before you came, we were talking. We might need
It's a lovely
extra.
welcome.
Yes.
We talked about need
a lot of
extra
fun.
security. I think we actually do, man.
Yes. Yep.
No, man, that was
Well,
a lot.
that's
That was
all
a
the
lot of
time we have
fun.
for Chris. That was quite a walk on.
That was very nice.
Yes.
Thank you so much. A lot of good huggers in the audience.
Yes.
Which reminds us of you, because last time you were here, we talked about the way you hug,
man.
and your friends make fun of you.
Yeah.
Because they say when you hug, what do they say?
Well, here, I'll show you.
Yes.
So it's
I'll
like.
I'll sacrifice myself.
Now, I don't think I do this, but my friends claim that I do like a this thing. I think I do a full, nice, you know.
Hey, everybody else, we should leave.
I think I've improved.
We may have to practice that one more time. I felt like you were phoning it in.
But recently you were in the Seashells, right?
I was, yes. So I'm in this movie called The Finest Hours,
Yeah.
which takes place on the ocean.
Yeah.
It's out this weekend, and it takes place in these humongous, like 70-foot waves, and I was trying to get from point A to point B, and I was going to take another way to get there, and they put me on a boat, and everything looked fine. It was beautiful. It was the Seychelles. The sun is out. The seas are calm. In about 15 minutes, a huge cloud comes sweeping over the ocean,
Oh,
like
that can't be
super
good.
ominous.
Yeah, that's not good.
And then slowly, like, the waves start to churn. And I'm looking at these two kids, and they're like 17, 18 that are driving the boat. And I can tell that, like, their happy-go-lucky sunshine boat faces are very quickly leaving their face. And a lot of, like, whispering.
Right.
Which is not cool.
Right.
And then the waves became like 20, 25 feet tall, and we were like in major troughs. We were getting side-swiped by these waves, and I mean, without hyperbole aside, it was as close to feeling very, very close to not. You just realize in the ocean it's so big and it's so terrifying, and there's the ocean doesn't care.
The ocean doesn't care.
It's got bigger and better things to do than take care of you, you know?
How was Seychelles besides that? Because I've always wanted to go there.
Lovely. Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, some clouds and some cloudy days, but yeah, it's stunning, stunning. A great part of the world. I was very fortunate to go there.
You've been in Seychelles, as you said, but you've also been to a galaxy far, far away. And Star Trek.
Yeah, Burbank.
So I'm just curious, are there any more Star Treks coming?
We do. We have one coming out in July.
Oh, great.
But how many? Now, are there more planned after that?
I don't know, man. You know, it's all it is the business of shows. So we'll see if this one does well. Then, you know, God willing, we'll come back for another one. It's a great group, and I think whether you like the story or not, I think hopefully what comes across is that we really get along. We really like one another.
Yeah.
So it's you see hopefully on screen a family, which it has become. Thank God.
Great. Well, we have to take a commercial break, and we're going to find out what special effects went into making of this film, because it looks like, to me, it looks like you're trapped into it. So we're going to come back with Chris Pine, star of The Finest Hours.
Yes.
With Chris Pine, who,
Hug therapy, I like that.
Chris was having some hug therapy with the audience. We're working on your hug.
I think it's a great way to start the morning.
Listen,
Well, there are
you've
about
made some women
15
very happy.
Yes.
If you're going to wake up this early, you should start with caffeine and a good cuddle.
Yeah. There are quite a few girls over there who agree with you right now.
The line is forming to the left.
But we want to talk to you about your film, The Finest Story.
So, 1952, there's a true story off the coast of Massachusetts in Chatham, was a nor'easter, which is a huge storm, one of the worst that they'd seen in that century. And 4 gentlemen went on a 36-foot wooden boat out in seas that had 70-foot waves, 0 visibility, ice, sleet, snow, rain, no compass, broken windshield. They went out past the Chatham Bar, which is notoriously a difficult piece of maritime awfulness. Found their way to a 4-story steel tanker that had split in half. Saved 32 men on a boat that was only supposed to carry 12 human beings. got that boat back into shore without any navigation, with zero visibility, and saved 32 men.
It seems impossible. It's like a miracle.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's funny because I went out on the actual boat that was used, and it's a simple boat. It's looks like a boat. It's got a steering wheel. It's got forward and back. It's got an ignition, and that's it.
Basic.
Wow.
There's no radar. There's no GPS. There's no sonar. There's no night vision goggles. There's nothing. So the skill of these men, knowing those waters and how to, for instance, when you're next to, let's say, when they save the, I'm not giving anything away.
Right.
When they save these gentlemen on this steel hull of a boat, you have these waves that are pitching into the hull of the boat that could kill everyone aboard. So Bernie, the character that I played, Bernie Weber, had to know how to manage that boat and time that boat so he could go in and save the people and come out very quickly, you know.
Incredible.
Wow.
Pretty
That's
stunning
amazing.
stuff, yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's take a look at you as Bernie, as you tell two local fishermen that you want to rescue the crew of the ship despite these horrible weather conditions that you're facing. Here's Chris Pine in The Finest Hours.
This is on the Coast Guard. They say you gotta go out, but they don't say you gotta come back in. That's regulation, you know.
Bernie, better you get lost before you get too far out there.
Oh, don't worry about me, Mr. Ryder. I can't get lost out there. I know those waters pretty good. How can I get lost?
No, Bernie, like Dave's trying to say, you should just motor around the harbor. So you tried to get out and couldn't, you know?
Thank you, Mr. Ryder. Thank you. So I'm gonna do my best to get out there. I don't know if I will, but I'm gonna try.
Trying to talk them out of it. And having you here. It is The Finest Hours. It's in theaters on Friday. Make sure you go see The Incredible Story. Chris Pine, everybody.
Hi there. Nice to meet you.
Well done, man.
Thank you.
Well done.
That was
Thank you so much.
fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, you're from Vancouver.
Yes, I grew up in Nelson, BC, small town, 8 hours east of Vancouver.
Oh, how
Yeah.
nice. And your fans are known as hooksters.
Hooksters, that's right.
That's so cool. I like that.
Roy, you're laughing.
Hey, trust me, after that performance, I'm hooked.
No, there's a letter.
There we go.
There
But
you go.
then, you know, this is what blew me away. You're in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah.
For what?
So I stood on a Swiss exercise ball for the longest time in the world.
What? How
And,
long?
it was 3 hours and 16 minutes and 6 seconds.
And so, like, what was the reasoning behind it? Like, just like,
Well-
oh, look at me, I can do this?
Well, no, so being from Canada, when you're born, you're pretty much sized for skate. So I played hockey growing up. And I stood on the ball to train for core strength.
Oh.
And one day my dad said, hey, listen, there's a Guinness World Record. Someone broke it in Stonehenge. Don't you do that at the gym? I was like, yeah. And so I went and applied for the record. And I broke the record.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
We should have you come back. Sometimes we like to do things with Guinness here. We should have you come back and break your own record.
It'd be a ball.
That'd be so.
Well, the great thing is
Oh my gosh.
now you're making great records.
Yeah, thank you.
You're making great
I
records.
like that segue.
Yeah. And Sean Hook, his new single is available now. Go check it out. Sean Hook, everybody. And we're going to announce the winner of our fantastic photo contest when we come back.
If you'd like to know more about anything you see on Live, log on to our website. It's Live. Kelly and...
So everybody, now, we've partnered with Farm Rich to give the winner of our fantastic photo contest an amazing game day party in a brand new 80-inch screen TV. Yeah. Big TV.
And on Monday, we announced the 5 finalists. So without further ado, the winner is, are you ready? Tom Baby from Loxie Shooks from San Diego, California. It's hard to beat a baby.
It's very hard to
Very
beat,
hard to
baby.
beat a baby.
And I got to say, I think what he did it was the socks.
The socks,
The socks
really?
did it for me.
Yeah. And also the baby is incredibly adorable.
Yeah.
Probably like one of the great
Touchdown!
Okay. Let's go to the inbox. Pat from Winston-Salem, North Carolina said, if I'm not mistaken, the gorilla I was talking about earlier was named Coco, actually asked for the kitten using sign language, and this is a picture of,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So it was even better than I described it.
That's even better. Like, I asked for the kitten. And Jen from Cumming, Georgia said, my boys fight over sleeping in my bed when Dad is out of town, too. I made the mistake of letting them both sleep with me, and I woke up with a black eye.
Yeah, that's why
Never
only one.
again. Yeah.
Solamente uno.
Yeah.
Only one.
My girls, nope. After they start spinning in the bed like it's like Exorcist, just spinning around.
We call Joaquin Hatchetfoot because he kicks you like a hatchet. He hatchets you until you move. Let's see. Ellen Cameron from Lexington, Massachusetts said, sharing a bed without Dad home. When my husband isn't home at night, my dog takes his spot. Oh, yeah. No Chewy in the bed.
And Leroy Bogert from Germansville, Pennsylvania said, help, my daughter is being eaten by a snow shark. Her name is Andrea Smith, and she lives in New Tripoli, Pennsylvania, and every year she sculpts something different.
No kidding.
Snow shark.
That's amazing. That beats the, you know, the old snowman. The carrot nose. That's a snow shark. Massachusetts had no room to put the snow. I live in Massachusetts, and this was my street last year, and then we had more snow after that.
Wow. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen to you this year, all right? Everybody in Big Show tomorrow.
Josh Brolin.
Lily Taylor.